Hey now, I thought this guy said it was going to be the meme coin super cycle. What's going on? Bitcoin almost hit 100,000. And then altcoins like XLM and XRP that haven't ran in years, Polkadot, are going up. But Turbo and meme coins are bleeding. What's going on? Well, in this video, I want to get into market dynamics. I think this is very, very important for us to look at a broad scale market and what is really going on here. But hey, retail might not be buying, but Binance is. I want to also get into that. And when could we be going into altcoin season, guys? It's going to be a great video. We're going to get into everything Turbo and more. But first, I want to welcome you back to Freeman Finance and Crypto, where if it makes money, it makes sense, guys. From the bottom of my heart, I'm truly grateful for every single one of you. But if you're not subscribed, please pause the video, hit subscribe, hit that bell notification. Now, let's get into the Toad, guys. Turbo Toad token, you know it, you love it, you hate it when it goes down, guys. So, the chart looks like this, all the way down about 50% from the high. So, why is that happening? Well, let's get into it a little bit. So, if we look here, the crypto market caps went from about $2 trillion up to 3.5 approximately. That's a lot of liquidity flowing in. When we look at fear and greed index, it's up to 85. Altcoin season now has went up from 24 to 37. But let's look at this Bitcoin dominance, 58.3. A little later on in the video, I want to pull up a chart. I want to look at BTC dominance. I want to look at ethbtc and let y'all know what I am looking at for the altcoin season and meme coin super cycle. But when we look at this, I do believe altcoin season is upon us, and I'll see this because the market cap has went up from about, $1 trillion, and now it's up to 1.4. That's about a 50% increase in altcoins, yet altcoin season indicator is still lagging for what I believe is because of Bitcoin still being high with dominance. But when we go over and look, there is signs that altcoin season is here, guys. Look at XRP. The XRP army finally has a 25% week. When we go down, we look at Stellar Lumens XLM up 137%. Is this 2021 or 2017, guys? What is going on? Polkadot up 50%. This literally does not make sense. But what is happening right now, and why is Turbo bleeding so bad? Well, it's not just Turbo, and I want to get into that in just a second. But what I want to show you all first is that right now, there is a new top 3 wallet, and this is a Binance, guys. And when we go over there and take a look at it, we could see just in about the last month, they have went up from 6 billion to now 6.9 billion Turbo, guys. That's a lot of investment. Trust me, if they thought this meme coin super cycle was over, they would not be acquiring more Turbo. And one thing that keeps me bullish on Turbo is look at all this money, guys. This is over $250 million locked up with exchanges. And I believe a lot of crypto is manipulated in a way that they're going to make money, guys. That's all there is to it. And I don't think they're going to be stuck holding the bags on that. But let's get over to when I believe altcoin season is going to start. Because, well, guys, I do think we are at the start of it. But right now, we're flowing into legacy and top altcoins right now, and that's not really what I'm invested in that much. I love me some Kaspa, but other than that, I'm not really invested in much of the top ones. But let's move over to trading view, guys. This is ethbtc. The higher this is, it signifies altcoin season. The lower this is, it means that Bitcoin dominance is on the rise versus BTC. And the circles right here is touch points that I used to draw this trend line the other day. And as you can see, we have now bounced perfectly on it on 3 or 4 daily candles. So are we going to keep going, or is BTC going to have one more high, guys? We all know that the $100,000 for Bitcoin was a large psychological level, guys. There's a fight between 99,000 and 100,000, and it never quite hit it. But is that the top for BTC, or will we potentially be going back up in a little bit? Well, let's go over and look at BTC dominance. And I've drawn this trend line for BTC dominance. And you can see all the touch points here in red, guys. And then I drew what I could try to find as what could be support for BTC dominance, guys. And we had 4 touch points between resistance and then support on this line. And if this does play out, this is going to put us somewhere between 57% and 57.2%, depending on where it lands, if it lands today or if it lands in a couple days. And after that, I do expect to see a bounce, but 2% BTC dominance is a lot of money, guys. We're looking at Bitcoin at a $1.9 trillion market cap. And right now, look at how much some of these are pumping right here. If you look at Stellar, that is a $14 billion market cap. That is 28 times the size of Turbo. If Turbo just gets a slither of that liquidity, it's going to double, triple in price. If it just gets a slither of what went into Avalanche, what went into Cardano, what's went into even Pepe or Near Protocol, any of these guys, it's going to explode. And that's what I believe is going to happen. I believe we are seeing profits being taken out of these top ones. And I think it's going to now funnel to these mid to high cap tokens, these 100 to 200 ranking projects, guys. And I believe Turbo is one of those. And then I believe it's going to flow down to the hoppies and the micro caps. And then it's just going to get all kinds of crazy. And I should probably sell earlier than I'm probably going to, because I'll end up probably holding a bag. But let's get into Turbo. So we've went over this before, guys, historically, how much Turbo has dropped before, and we could see it's made it down to the 786 fib level on multiple pumps. If we go look at this earlier one, we can really look at any of them, guys. They all do the same thing pretty much. If we take a look at that, you can see it went right to the 786 fib level as well. If we just zoom in on that a little bit so you can get a better look, this actually dropped a little bit lower, but I think I should draw this fib out like that. So yeah, it draws like right to the 786 fib level. Well, if we take a look at where we are sitting currently, we can see that on this recent pump right here, if we were to zoom it out like that, and I like to go from the very low to the high, and let's make sure we're all the way up on that, guys. If we look right now, we're sitting at the 618 level. So if history was to repeat itself, that would put us right here at the 0.005 level. Now, I'm not saying it's going to go down to that. I'm just saying that that is what history shows. And if we continue to see a little bleeding, it definitely could hit that before having a parabolic pump. And that also means that it's not bearish. We've seen this time and time again with Turbo. Now, as always, guys, on this ever financial advice, I'm just got slightly a Degen and loves finance, and I also love Turbo, but I am watching this level right here. I think it's very important for us to see, now that we have reached this 007 level, how is it going to react? If we go down to the lower time frames, let's see, how it really reacted when we got to that. Let's go to the 5-minute time frame, and we didn't have a very strong reaction. We went from 7.3 to about 8, back down. Now we're even a little bit lower. We hit the 6.968 level. So it coming down a little bit further is not out of the realm of possibility. I do not think it is something that is necessarily not going to happen. I probably actually would say that it going down another 22% over the next couple of days is probable. But the thing is, Turbo is continuing to grow, almost at 100,000 followers on X. Just had a Spaces the other day. Black Tiger Miner hosted it. Shout out to him right here, guys. And it's not just Turbo. It's the entire meme coin market, especially when it comes to these little smaller ones, anything from 100 to 500-600 million. They're kind of going down a lot. If we take a look at this, it's a sea of red, guys. It's a sea of red. So it is not just Turbo, guys, even though that's our favorite meme coin of all time, or at least it's one of mine, guys. It's one that I really have a lot of personal feelings for. It's the first one that you guys really ran around me whenever I started the YouTube channel, and that's why I love it, guys. But let me know, do you think Turbo is going to drop down to that 786 level one more time? And what is your price prediction for Turbo this cycle, guys? Watch this video up above, and if you're not a part of the Free Minute Finance family, what are we doing? Subscribe, dude. I love you all.